Oh, hey everybody. I'm Susan from Allegheny Roots. Welcome back to our channel. There is nothing better than a nice warm biscuit with apple butter on it. As a matter of fact, this was my mom's favorite after school snack. I know when we think of an after school snack, traditionally we think about having milk and cookies after school. But for my mom, it was a biscuit and apple butter. In today's video, we're going to be talking about apple butter and the process of making apple butter. My family's been making apple butter for generations. And today I'm going to explore the differences between how we make it now versus how my grandmother made it even nearly 100 years ago. And we're also going to take a look at the history of apple butter and see how it came to be. So if you love apple butter or you love all things apple, or you just want to kill some time, then stick around because today we're learning about apple butter. But first, I'm going to finish this biscuit. I'll see you guys in a minute. So the first part of my research, I found this article from the Charleston Gazette Mail where they talked about a little bit of the history of apple butter making and its importance to West Virginia and just Appalachia in general. So apples are very plentiful in the mountain region, and you have to use what you have, right? So in order to keep the apples and be able to use them all winter long, apple butter was created and started being canned. And in the past, apple butter was always made using a copper pot and cooking down the apples. You would cut them up, you'd peel them, cut them, and then have to cook them down and add your spices. This is a list of things I found from another article, which I will post the name of that article here. I can't remember the name of it, so I'll have to look that up. But this is a way that you can use different ways you can use apple butter. And I never even thought of some of these, including putting it on top of ice cream. I never would have thought of that. So I thought this was a very interesting list. Okay, let's get started on our apple butter making. The first thing we do is wash the apples, which is what you can see my mom doing here. This is definitely our very modern way of making apple butter. So my mom washes all the apples and they get dried before they go on to the next part. We also wash all of our jars and prepare them for going into the oven to get hot. You can skip this step if you have a dishwasher, but my mom does not have a dishwasher. So here they go into the oven. The jars have to be hot for the sealing process. So that's what is happening here. The jars are in the oven, getting ready for that part. Next, we're going to move on and show Jennifer, my niece Jennifer, and my sister Judy. They are cutting the apples, pureeing them. We used to use a food processor for this, but now we use this handheld mixer that really purees the apples down, so it reduces some of the cook time. And I'm going to zoom in here in just a second on there it is, on the hand mixer that Judy is using. I'm not sure what brand that is. I'll have to look that up. Judy got each of us one of these hand mixers for Christmas one year. They are so handy for doing things like this. This is a multi-generational process. And so you can see here my great niece, Courtney, Jennifer's daughter, enjoying and being part of the apple butter making process now. This, as I said, our family's been making apple butter for generations. So there's the next generation taking part. Listen to this sizzle. This is our apple butter cooking in the roaster we use. After the apple butter finishes cooking down, we then start scooping it into the jars. We use this funnel. It's a wide mouth funnel. I don't know if this is an antique funnel or not, but I do know this one's been around for a while. And this is what we use to put in the apple butter. Then we wipe the lid of the jar, the lip of the jar, clean from any residue and apple butter that's on there so that we can put the lid on and then screw the lids on tight. And then here is a tableful of apple butter ready to go, just waiting for the seals to seal. It's fun to listen to the little pop, 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 pop as the jars begin sealing. And so, yeah, there's our table full of apple butter. I need to go get some more. As promised, here is our grandmother, a picture of her cooking down her apple butter. She's got her copper pot there. She had to constantly stir. She's cooking down her apples. And I often wonder what she would think of our more modern conveniences. I will say that by the time I came along and I was growing up and she was making apple butter, I did notice a couple of times when we were visiting her that she was making her apple butter in a crock pot. She was no longer outside standing over a hot copper pot was stirring. She was making her apple butter in a crock pot. But look how cute she is. I had to zoom in on her face. She's just so cute sitting there with her apple butter. And I'm certainly happy that we are able to carry that tradition on and continue having apple butter to eat because it is delicious. And we've been able to kind of perfect things and make ours taste like hers. I hope you guys enjoyed that video about apple butter, learning about how we make apple butter, and also the history of apple butter. I'm going to leave an apple butter recipe down below. So if you guys want to try making apple butter yourselves, then we've provided a recipe for you in the description box. Let us know in the comments too if you decide to make apple butter or if apple butter making is part of your family tradition. I just want to thank you all again for being here and for watching. Please, if you haven't yet, subscribe to our channel. It's free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. And also give our video a like because that really helps us out as well. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.